It's October 1st, 2024, and we're in the second session today with Mr. John Jeckovich. We're reading his book, Their Mother's Sons. And this is such an interesting chapter. It's chapter 19, and it's titled Courting Delphine. We're now on page 559, and this is when Mr. Jeckovich started dating his future wife, Delphine Stulak, which they ended up being married for 60 long years. 69 years, I should say. So, before I start reading your book, Mr. Jeckovich, what's your dog tag number?
42659.
Thank you. So we'll just pick up a brief summary that Mr. Jeckovich went on his first date. Everything went real smooth, and then he got home at 3063 Orleans Avenue after one in the morning, and his mother blasted him. Right? She said, "Why did you wake me up?
Yeah.
Why were you out so late?"
Yeah.
But ironically,
Looky wasn't even home.
yeah, ironically, his younger brother, Looky, wasn't even home yet. This guy got it all. He got it all. Oh, by the way, October is a beautiful month, but it gets even better. On October 17th of this month, Mr. John J. Jeckovich turns 99 years old. Mr. John J. Jeckovich turns 99 years old. He'll actually be celebrating the 78th anniversary of his 21st birthday. The 78th anniversary of his 21st birthday. So, shoot this World War II Combat Vet a text. Happy birthday, whatever other comments you care to say. Text this birthday boy at 407-366-0000. 407-366-0000. Or if you're from the beautiful island of Defusky Island, South Carolina, we say it a little bit differently there. I guess we're different. This is how we say. Text Mr. Jeckovich at 407-366-0000. 407-366-0000. Mr. Jeckovich will read all text messages, and he will respond to every single one of them, like he has for the last 3 or 4 months. This is the docu-series 396, and here we go. Mr. Jeckovich just had his first date with his future wife, Delphine Stulak Jeckovich. He came home at 1 in the morning, and his mother blasted him. She blasted him. So now he didn't say a word. You just went to bed, right?
Yeah.
You didn't respond. You just went to bed.
I don't know.
It's not, not going to respond to your mother, no. As I lay in bed, I wondered how Delphine was greeted when she arrived at home. I quickly dismissed it and thought of how I was going to handle this situation with Mother, knowing what I went through with Valerie and before that, Rose and the others. Mother was going to be a problem. Mother was going to be a problem once again, and I didn't want to influence my relationship with Delphine. But ironically, if you fast forward, Delphine and Mother became 2 of the best friends.
Oh, yeah.
2 of the best friends.
Yeah.
So Mother and Delphine went everywhere together.
Yeah.
Mother and Delphine went everywhere together. Mother needed to go shopping, Delphine would go with her.
Yeah.
Mother needed someone to
Well, the best thing happened to my mother.
Best thing that happened to both of them.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful relationship. If Delphine wanted to go down and have breakfast with Mother, they just go downstairs.
Yeah.
If they wanted to have tea, if they wanted to watch soap operas together, it was all right there.
Yeah, she watched Lawrence Welk
together,
upstairs, yeah.
So it was a nice arrangement. Delphine and her husband, John J. Jeckovich, lived upstairs, and then Mother lived downstairs, so it was a perfect arrangement. And so, which we thought might turn out bad, turned out better than ever expected. better than anything ever expected. I knew that with just talking to Mother would be to no avail, and I would have to improvise as the situation warranted. So basically at that time you talked to your mother, nothing would have came out of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was disgusted at the implication that I had to go through this very same scenario each and every time Mother felt threatened, and her fear would be laid at my feet. Steve and Lookie did not go through this ordeal, and I dare say Sally would not be subject to this imposition either.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Just you.
Yeah.
Lucky you. Here again was a conundrum facing me. Here then was a conundrum facing me. What do I do about my own life and still please my mother and her real fear and ineptness? I should be able to lead a normal life, responsible existence, without her contrarily dictating my every step. Yet I put up with it, and even though she did not understand or even accept it, she felt she was doing her duty as a good mother, looking out for my welfare and my betterment.
Yeah, but that changed quickly.
Yeah, because the two became best friends. Yeah. So no longer were you in the hot seat.
No.
You weren't in the hot seat any longer. What a beautiful thing. What a beautiful thing. Let's see. Yes, I put up with it. Yet I put up with it, even though she did not understand or even accept it. She felt like she was doing her duty as a good mother, looking out for my own welfare and my betterment. If that was the case, why was she not deploying the same concern over Lookie and to a certain extent Sally and Steve?
Yeah.
That's what it's. You sum it up right there. You sum it up right there. The next few days, still silent and still, Mother was moody and withdrawn around me, and was congenial and agreeable with the rest of the household. So she was talking along for the next few days, everyone very nice, but with you, nothing.
Yeah.
She was just giving the silent treatment.
Yeah, yeah.
Like she used to give her husband, right?
Yeah.
Did she always give her husband the silent treatment?
Oh, yeah.
How long did silent treatment go on for?
Oh, I would say about a week.
Wow, that's stressful. That's stressful. So Mother was becoming moody and withdrawn, and not with the rest of the household. Okay, here we go. Lookie would just sneer at me. And go about his normal routine of staying out late, idling about the house when he was here. Sally sided with Mother fully and would not even talk to me when Mother was in that frame of mind. So when your mother became moody, Sally went on your mother's side.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I would busy myself with chores around the house and slip in some reading, and when no one is around. How different was this from when my father was here? Then I would be a defender of my mother. Okay, so let me try to understand this. When your mother was giving your father the silent treatment, you'd be the defender of your mother.
Yeah.
And now once your father passed away, and your mother was giving you the silent treatment, your sister Sally became the defender of your mother.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. That is something else. Oh, wow. Yeah. How different this was from when my father was here. Then I would be the defender of my mother, and my father would be the one I sought as an abhorrent person. I wanted to call Delphine, but I would have to first rid myself of this mood I had got into from all the badgering. I had taken at home. You have to get in a better mood of all this badgering you had taken at home before you made a phone call to Delphine. You just weren't in a state of mind to call when you had all this nonsense happening to you. Let's see. Okay. I had gotten into a frame from the badgering I'd taken at home. I knew that it would not get any better, and it was just something that had to wither away on its own accord, providing I did not stimulate it further. Nevertheless, I did not want Mother's action clouding and deterring me from what I wanted to do regarding Delphine. I had decided I wanted to continue seeing her as long as I thought our relationship was compatible. I would continue seeing her despite Mother's precarious verbiage. Again, this was the same situation I had gotten into many times before with Mother. She'd be eminent in her viewpoint and would use any means at her disposal to make it more forceful. From between its fits of rage to moody withdrawal, they were all gamuts in her arsenal. She had all kinds of things in her arsenal.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez. I felt I was doing nothing wrong or immoral. Yet I was disconnected much in what she said. I still had the pangs of guilt, not so much in what I was doing, i.e., seeing someone, but how it affected Mother. She felt threatened, and I was the instigator. Wow, this is complicated. This was what clouded and confused much of my initiative to move my life forward. I would get caught up in the complexities of the issue, and soon I'd be thoroughly confused and bewildered, then finally throw up my hands disgusted and resign to my fate. I was much older now and realized that I had to take control of my own life and that no one would do it for me. I had to try to put my own self-interest ahead of me and anything else, no matter how much it felt alien to my personality or my sense of being. So let's go over this. So you finally had your first date with Delphine.
Yeah.
You met her at the Delwood Ballroom. You thought Delphine was aloof, but it was just shyness.
Yeah.
And you two went out to the movies and had a dinner at the Red Devil.
Yeah.
And you hit it off quite well.
Oh, yeah, it was going out good, yeah.
And you were very happy as you're driving home from Buffalo area to Niagara Falls, 3063 Orleans Avenue. Minutes have you ever 3063. You enter the door at 1 o'clock in the morning, and your mother's in a fit of rage.
Yeah.
She says, "You woke me up. I got to go to work tomorrow."
Yeah. You're out with that whore.
What'd she say?
You're out with that whore.
She would say that?
Oh, yeah.
16.
But she didn't know her. She was just a saying.
Oh, she didn't know Delphine.
How many minutes?
16.
13?
16.
So she didn't know her, so she just used that term randomly.
Yeah.
She just used that term randomly. So tell us in your own words. I don't want to read it. I want to hear in your own words. So you went in the house. Your mother was trying to discourage you from going out again, but
Yeah.
you took your own initiative to keep on dating Delphine.
Yeah.
Tell us in your own words how the future dates went.
How the future days went?
Yeah. For the first.
Well, I kept dating Delphine, and then I told Delphine, you got to meet my mother at home. He says, "Really, right now?" I said, "Yeah, well, Sunday afternoon I'll take you to my mother's house,
Right.
and we'll have some of my mother's cake or something that had get used to my mother." So we went there, and first thing we walked to my mother said, "Get in that kitchen, finish those kitchen cupboards up there, and get out of here. I'll take care of this young lady here."
Okay, wait a minute. Let me understand it. You come into the first time with your mother, and your mother says, get in the kitchen and keep working on the cupboards. I guess you're
Yeah.
remodeling, right?
Yeah.
And I'll take care of this young lady here.
Yeah.
So she went back, they sat in the living room together. How did it turn out?
Well, I didn't hear too much, then I heard honey this and honey that. I was, holy Christ, they're matching up, they're matching up.
So it was better than
Yeah, man,
expected.
they were best thing that happened to them.
It was better than expected.
Yeah,
Wow. So now, once you went over that major hurdle, you can come and go as you please.
oh yeah.
Your mother's not swearing at you, and so where's the
She
horn?
wanted to see Delphine more.
She wanted to see Delphine more. So you're able to bring Delphine on your dates to your house.
Yeah.
And is that what you did many a time?
Well, we sat there with my mother, Lawrence Walk, and some other movie on listen to the radio.
Listen to the radio.
Yeah,
What was
yeah.
on the radio?
Yeah. It was Shadow, Mystery Man, Grand Central Station.
Wow. Boy, you had to go through a long period of controversy and a long period of seeing different people.
Yeah.
And then finally, after all these years, and with the hand of God, you found a mate for 69 long years.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing?
Well, see, my mother liked Delphine after a while.
Well, let's just go back a little bit. This turned out way better than expected. It was a beautiful mother and daughter-in-law relationship.
Yeah.
But let's just back up a little bit. How do you think it would have been if you brought Rose home
Rose
to your mother-in-law?
been different. Rose was more apathetic, more aloof, more secret. Yeah.
So how do you
Delphine was real. She was charming.
So how do you think your mother would have got along with Rose?
No, she would react differently.
Okay, let's push Rose aside. How do you think your mother would have acted with Valerie?
Valerie, probably the same thing.
No good?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep on moving back just a little tad, because this is getting interesting now. How do you think your mother would have greeted Renee?
Renee? She would go for Renee. She'd like Renee.
Okay, so let me think about it. Right now, we know mother would be able to be fine with Renee and fine with Delphine. Let's back up a little bit more. How do you think mother would be with Jean Young?
Who?
Jean Young.
Jean Young?
How do you think?
That's a different culture. That's a different culture. She couldn't get used to it. Couldn't get used to it. No.
So that wouldn't work.
No.
Okay. And finally, how do you think your mother would do with Anne Mahaney?
Anne Mahaney? It would be a fight to get her used to it. Yeah.
Why don't you think they would have hit it off?
Huh?
Why don't you think your mother would have hit it off?
Well, my mother was like that. She's real aloof, real selective.
But she opened right up with Delphine.
Yeah.
So let's face it.
Well, there was something going in between them right away.
You can't understand what it is.
Yeah.
But it was wonderful. So it was worth the wait.
Yeah.
All those things. And you must have felt a great sense of relief when your mother hit it off with Delphine.
Yeah, Delphine would come down and watch TV. My brother and I lay on the couch, falling asleep upstairs, and then 10 o'clock I heard her stairs jumping up the stairs, coming up, going home.
Unbelievable. So now you got a 1,000-pound weight off your shoulder. Your mother's not acting the same way she did in the past.
Yeah.
Your mother's no longer lonely because she's got you and Delphine in the house.
Yeah.
You don't have to leave to go to another person's house and be back at 1 in the morning because now you're all right there.
Yeah.
It worked out beautiful.
Yeah.
And tell us what your mother taught Delphine.
How to cook. I told my mother, I said, Mom, get a hold of Delphine, teach her how to cook because she's killing me.
What'd your mother do?
Huh?
Well, how'd your mother teach you? How did that work out?
Oh, she was real cordial with Delphine. She taught Roker easily, but Delphine was easy listening. She wanted to know how to cook.
She wanted to learn how to cook because
Yeah.
Delphine's mother just didn't have the time to teach her, right?
Yeah.
I see. And then, what else did your mother teach Delphine? Did she teach her to crochet?
No, she didn't crochet. She did. She teach her cooking and keeping a clean house and being selective of the people she loved.
Okay. That's a great point. Was Delphine a Roman Catholic when you first met her?
Oh, yeah.
So your mother didn't have to teach her nothing there.
No.
She's already a Catholic.
Well, they didn't teach so much. They didn't go to the Catholicism or nothing like that. No.
Okay, well, I'm glad she was a Roman Catholic. And then once your mother was 2 peas in a pod.
9.
2 peas in a pod with Delphine, your mother and Delphine would do everything together.
Oh, yeah.
Go shopping.
Because she go down after supper, 6 o'clock, and go down and watch TV. Well, then I was watching TV with my mother, and then 10 o'clock, I could hear a rumble up the stairs coming up.
You know what? That's a beautiful story. That's a beautiful way it ended. And Delphine was with your mother to the end of the road.
Yeah.
To the end of the road.
Yeah.
When your mother died, Delphine was there.
Yeah.
To the end of the road. What a beautiful story. I wish we could have families like that today. What a beautiful story. What an absolutely beautiful story. So when you're living upstairs, your mother's living downstairs, your relatives would come over, I think, every Sunday to visit. How did Delphine and your mother get along with all the relatives that would visit?
Oh, my relatives?
Yeah, like your uncle.
Well, my relatives, no, Delphine's relatives didn't come over too often.
I'm talking about Lookie and Adeline. How did everyone get together?
Lookie and Adeline, they come in and look, okay, we gotta go, goodbye.
But they came in on a Sunday.
They came on a Sunday for Sunday dinner, yeah, that was a tradition, yeah.
Tradition. And then how did everyone get along then?
They just talk and that, but there was no love affair between them, no.
I see. They just
Delphine was cordial and condescending and that.
Well, Delphine was cordial to everybody.
Yeah.
Our friendliest person in the world was Delphine Stulak Jeckovich. So how did everyone get along with your brother Steve came?
Steve?
Yeah.
He was aloof. He was trying to impress everybody about the book he's writing and all this now. He's a Pittsburgh plate class. He's in management. We're all union people.
What was his wife's name?
Millie.
And how did Delphine and Millie get along?
Not too good. Millie would call her mother this, mother that.
Yeah.
And then when we did visit them once probably every 6 months, Mother didn't like going back. Matter of fact, she stayed there one day. I brought her down there. Stevie wanted her to stay with Millie and her. Steve wanted my mother to come down with Steve and his wife. So she went down for a day. She called me and said, "Pick me up right now."
Wait a minute. Your mother just called you to say, pick me up.
Yeah, pick me up.
What was wrong? Why didn't
Well, she couldn't get along with Steve and Millie.
Oh, no.
Millie would call her mother this, mother that.
So that didn't work out too well. But I thought your brother Stevie took your mother on a nice vacation to the Bahamas.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, that was, he took her one vacation.
Yeah, I thought it was a
Well, he took her another vacation, and she was riding a motorcycle, burned her leg up. I was trying to ride her motorcycle.
Oh, was that with the hot muffler of the motorcycle?
Yeah.
And was that in the Bahamas?
Yeah, my brother took her to the Bahamas, yeah.
How long did it take to heal?
I was there a month.
Wow. So that was a beautiful thing your mother did with your brother Steve and Millie.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful vacation. Did you ever take your mother on vacations?
My mother?
With Delphine?
Oh yeah, we went to Poconos. We went to Westwood State Park every Sunday for picnics.
So you went all over with
Yeah.
your mother. You went all over with your mother in Delphine.
Yeah.
How about your sister Sally? Did she take your mother on vacations?
Sally? No.
Okay.
She's hooked up with Figgler.
No, I mean when she got married.
After she got married?
Yeah.
No.
No?
My mother didn't like who my sister married, what's his name, the guy, cigar smoker.
Charlie.
Charlie, yeah.
Why didn't your mother like him?
She wanted him to paint a room, and he painted a room, a sloppy room, one coat, and he paid her $35 to paint a room.
So he charged your mother?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Unbelievable, huh?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
4 minutes.
So how'd the paint job come out? How'd the paint job come out?
The what?
When Charlie painted a room, how'd the paint job come out?
Lousy.
Lousy? Did you have to redo it?
I have to redo it, yeah. I did the plumbing for him too. He was supposed to be a plumber.
Really? What'd you have to do?
I put a drain in a sink in the kitchen, and he left the one cap on loose enough for it to leak out the floor. And my mother said, "That idiot, my sink is leaking all over the floor."
Man, you got a memory. I just can't believe you remember all these details. Unbelievable. Did your brother Lookie take your mother on vacations?
No. Well, look, my mother didn't care for Adeline either.
Well, what was wrong with Adeline?
Adeline smoked in the house, and my mother put a no smoking sign in front of the kitchen door, and she still insisted on smoking. I said, Adeline, don't smoke in front of my mother. What's the big deal? I said, when you go out there, you can light up outside. If I'm in here, I'm smoking. Shit.
You had your hands full of that in that house. You had your hands full in that house. Wow.
I was a peacemaker all the time.
Wow.
But never with Delphine. Delphine never got into the mix.
When they were smoking downstairs in your mother's house, and you're on the top floor, did it go right to you also?
The what?
When they were...
That's thunder? Ooh.
When Aunt Adeline was smoking on the first floor, and you were on the second floor, did that smoke work its way to you? When you were...
If she came upstairs, yeah. She come upstairs smoking, the idiot.
Okay, and then she smoked in your house then?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't think we'd see that today.
Yeah. Well, I guess a lot of that's going on.
Yeah.
Women never smoked then at that time.
Yeah.
Very, very seldom. Very seldom.
Yeah. Wow. It's interesting about smoking when you're in the military, active duty on Battle of Bulge. The Red Cross was handing out packs and packs of cigarettes like candy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What were some of the name brands?
Pall Mall, Chesterfield, Lucky Strike,
Yeah.
and I gave them all to the guys.
Oh, yeah. Pall Mall, Chesterfield, Lucky Strike, Raleigh. These were all non-filter cigarettes because we never had filtered cigarettes then.
Yeah.
And then as you're being sent back, when the war was winding down, you'd have a camp, and the camp would have all the tents named after brands of cigarettes.
Yeah.
And then from there, you would be sent back to the falls.
Yeah.
But it's ironic how the advertisement that was going through the military with all these cigarette brands, and most of the young combat soldiers smoke.
Oh, yeah, most of them did, yeah. Most of them did, yeah.
45 seconds.
Wow, that's amazing. Wow, I never thought they'd be promoting cigarettes like that in World War II.
Well,
Wow.
women never smoked then either.
Never smoked.
Women never smoked then, no.
Wow. So you never seen that, right?
I seen it on TV after a while, and they all started to smoke.
And then
They all wanted to get in the act.
Seconds.
17.
So that's when the ladies start smoking when it was made glamorous on the movies.
Oh, yeah, they picked it up on the movies.
Did Delphine ever smoke?
No, no.
No. Wow. That's a great